Yo, welcome back everyone. It's good to be back. We have just released a slow release escrow contract on WaxDAO. I'll explain what that is in a second, but this video is just going to be a full tutorial on how to use it. It's going to answer any questions you might have, so if you run into problems or if you have any questions about how to use this, you can refer to this video. You won't need to sit around and wait for me to answer questions. All the answers that you need are going to be right inside this video. So, in order for me to explain what this is, let me just walk you through it and explain a common scenario where you might use this tool. So if you go to WaxDAO.io and you click on the Create tab at the top here in the menu, and then you scroll down, you will see Slow Release Escrow near the bottom here. And if you click on that, it's going to bring you to this form. And it says Create Slow Drip. And right here at the top, it actually links to this tutorial video. So if you go to that page, you will see a link to this video right there. So let me explain a situation where you might need this tool and why it would be useful to you. Let's say you want to hire somebody to do some work for you. Maybe they are a Telegram moderator, a Discord moderator. Maybe you're hiring a programmer and you want to hire this person on an ongoing basis. It's going to be like a payroll system. You want to hire them, day to day or week to week, month to month, whatever. And it's not just like a set of milestones they have to accomplish, right? It's not like complete this task and then I pay you. That's not where this would be useful. This would be useful for like, I want you to work 40 hours a week for me, answer people's questions, and I'll pay you at the end of every week. This would be like an automated payroll system, right? So let's say you were going to pay somebody 300 wax per week to answer questions on Telegram for you. And you don't want to pay them at the beginning of the week, but maybe this person doesn't know you that well. Maybe they don't trust you, and they don't want to do an entire week's worth of work hoping that you'll pay them at the end, right? Because what if you don't pay them? Then they're screwed. They wasted a week. They might not want to do that. Well, this system right here is basically going to remove that trust layer, and it's going to make it a trustless system where everybody knows that nobody's getting screwed over. So let's just say I want to hire, I'm going to type in the Wax account here of a different Wax account I have, WaxDAO Saving. I'm hiring this person to answer questions on Telegram for me, and I'm going to pay them, let's say I'm going to pay them 5 wax at iaseo.token as a contract. You can actually use any wax token for this, but I'll get into that in a minute. Let's say I want to pay them 5 wax every 1 hour, and you can specify how often the payments are going to be here. So let's say I just want it to be every hour, I would just put 1 hour. If I wanted to pay them, I don't know, 50 wax every 24 hours, I could type 50 and then put 24 hours between payments. Whatever it is, you just fill that out. So I'm going to put 5 wax per hour. And I want this to go on from now all the way until, let's say, 1 month from now, April 14th, 2023. And then now if I click on this Create Drip button, it's going to ask me to sign a transaction to initiate this. And now I've signed it, and it says your slow drip has been created. But now I need to actually deposit the money so that this person can start getting paid. So to deposit the funds, just go to waxdao.io/manage escrow. And now here I am. So it's going to show me escrow deals that I have open where I'm the payer, or I can switch this to show me ones where I'm the receiver. Let's say somebody was paying me. I could click on this receiver tab and it would show me ones where I'm the receiver. But I'm the payer on this one. You can also filter this by status. So the one we just created is obviously going to be awaiting deposit. So if I click on that, it'll just show me these 2 here that are awaiting deposit. And details of this one is 5 wax released to WaxDAO Saving every 1 hour from 3/14 to 4/14/2023. That's the one we just created. And it's going to be 3,715 wax total because that's what that adds up to. And if I click on this deposit button right here, it will ask me to sign a transaction to deposit those funds. I actually don't have that much wax in this wallet right now, so I'm not going to sign it. But if you do sign it and deposit those funds, what's going to happen is it's going to move to the funded or in progress stage. And I actually have one of those open where I'm the receiver of it. So I'll click on the receiver tab and you can see I have one right here that says funded in progress. And I actually created this last night, so there's been like at least 12 hours that have passed. So I'm able to make a claim right now because it pays out every 1 hour. So if I click on this claim button right here, it'll ask me to sign a transaction to claim, and my claim was successful. So now if I go to WaxBlock and I look at my account, I should have a payment that I just received for a little bit of wax. 2.1658 wax from WaxDAO escrow was sent to my account. This pays out 0.166 every hour, so that is payment for 13 hours, which adds up because that's when I created this last night. And now if I refresh the page, I should not be able to claim right now. It says I can claim again in 45 minutes. Okay, so that's great, but what happens if, let's say, me as the person that got hired, me as the person that's receiving these payments every hour, let's say I just stop doing my job and I just totally suck at it. The person that hired me is not happy and they don't want to pay me anymore. Well, you can see the person that hired me here is WaxDAO Saving. So I'm going to log out of this account and log into that one real quick. All right, now I'm logged in as WaxDAO Saving. Here's the deal right here. ID number 12166 Wax every hour to Mike D Crypto 5. Okay, so now if I want to cancel it, I can just click on this cancel button right here. It'll ask me to sign a transaction and it says your drip has been canceled. Well, now if I go back to the WaxDAO saving account on WaxBlock here, you can see that I just received 121.618 wax from WaxDAO escrow. The total amount was 123.95. You just saw that Mike D Crypto 5 claimed a little over 2 wax. So I was able to get back the remainder now by canceling it. And now if I refresh the page, it's going to say that this has been canceled. And there it is. So I was able to hire Mike D Crypto 5. Mike D Crypto 5 was able to feel comfortable doing work for me because they knew that the money was there. They knew that every hour they would get their payout. But I was also able to feel confident that if Mike D Crypto 5 ever started sucking at his job, I could just fire him and cancel the rest of this payout. He got paid for the first hours, but he gets nothing from this point forward. So now Mike D Crypto 5 would be able to log into their account on WaxDAO here. They'd be able to take a look at this escrow agreement and they could see that it's been canceled. And then at that point, they would say, you know what, I'm not doing any more work for you because you're not paying me anymore. And that's it. Everybody's fine. So that it's like an automated payroll system that pays somebody every X amount of time and it removes the need for trust on both sides. I hope that makes sense. I'm sure it's a little bit confusing, but now I'm going to go over some common problems or questions that you might have because there's a lot that I didn't really explain yet. Let's go back to the Create tab here and click on Slow Release Escrow again to take us back to the form. So there's just a couple of things I want to go over here. First of all, the token name. I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, but you can actually use any Wax token. You don't have to use Wax. So if you want to pay somebody in Wojak tokens, you can pay them in Wojak. You just need to know the symbol, the token name. You need to know the name of the contract, and you need to know the precision of that token. And if you click on this little info icon right here, it'll tell you, here's the info for Wax token. But if there's some other token that you want to pay someone with, just click on our token tracker here and you can search for different tokens. It'll give you the information about them. So let's say you wanted to pay somebody in Brawl. You can just click on the search bar here, type in BRWL, and then if you click on Brawl, it'll give you the info about it if you scroll down. Tell you the token symbol, the decimal places, and the token contract. That's everything that you need to know in order to pay somebody with that token. Now, another thing that I want to cover is, okay, so let's say I create this one now that says every 1 hour, I want to pay this person 50 Wojak, and I want it to expire on tomorrow, 24 hours from now, tomorrow at 5 p.m. Okay, if I do this, you remember I had to do 2 transactions, right? First, I create the drip, and then I actually have to deposit the funds to fund it. Well, the start time that the claims are based off of, it starts as soon as you click create drip and you sign the transaction. So what does that mean? That means the person can claim every 1 hour, right? So let's say you click this button, you click create drip, and then 12 hours passes by and you still haven't deposited the money. Well, obviously they can't claim anything because there's no money in there. But let's say after the 12th hour, you go and you finally make the deposit to fund this. Well, as soon as you make that deposit, that person already has 12 back payments coming to them out of that deposit because 12 hours have passed. It starts the moment you create the drip. So, long story short, basically just don't create one until you're ready to fund it because that's when the payments are going to start time wise, if that makes sense. Also, I just want to show you how to access your escrow panel without creating a drip, and that's just by logging in, clicking this little button at the top right where it says your account name, go into the inventory page, and then if you go to tools, escrow, it will link you directly to the escrow panel. So you just click on Manage Escrow, and it's going to link you to the panel where you have your open deals if you have any. And there's actually one other thing I want to show you. So I'm going to go ahead and create that deal that I was just going to do a minute ago. I'm going to do 50 Wojak per hour. I'm going to set that for 24 hours, and I'm going to give that to Mike D Crypto 5. So let me go ahead and create this. Now I'm going to go to the Manage Escrow page so that I can deposit the funds. I'm going to refresh the page now, so it'll show the updated status. And you'll see, all right, this is funded in progress. 50 Wojak released to Mike D Crypto 5 every hour for a day. Total is 1200 Wojak. And you'll see that there's a finalize button here. So basically what this is it's going to just pay them all the money right now instead of them having to do it once per hour. Like if you're super happy with the work that somebody's been doing and you're just like, you know what? I don't want them to have to claim every hour. I trust them. They did a great job. I want to show them I'm appreciative. Well, you can just click on this finalize button and it will actually release the whole payment to them instantly. So if I sign that, your drip has been finalized. And now if I go to Mike D Crypto 5's account on WaxBlock, they just received 1200 Wojak. And if I refresh this page, this should now show up as completed. Finalize completed, and now you can see there's no buttons for me to do anything because the job's done. So that's it. That's pretty much everything you need to know. If there are any other questions that you do have, feel free to join the WaxDAO Telegram. I'll link to that in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.